Sup nerds, I'm Tom.
I'm Wes.
Caper Europe is the sequel to the original Caper. Now, Wes and I both played Caper several years ago, and we do not remember a fucking thing about it.
So this really won't be a comparison to the original Caper as far as like what's different, what it adds. It's going to be a pretty fresh look because again, played that one a long time ago, really don't remember much about it. But what Caper is a two-player, like basically there's like three different zones and we're each competing over those zones while also trying to there's a couple different ways to score victory points, but like 1v1, head-to-head.
The two players vying over control of three different areas is like kind of like Sorcerer. The original Call of Cthulhu card game did that, and I know there's more, but I think there was a Plaid Hat game called like Guardian something that did that too. I've just seen that kind of a lot because it totally makes sense that like if there's two different players, it'll always, not always, but it tends to fall under like, I get this.
You get that, I get this, or we're both fighting over the one in the middle. Or
right,
something,
or something like that. Or it could be like, no, I'm definitely winning here, but crap, I'm put all my whatever in this basket, eggs.
Put all my baskets on that
I forgot about the eggs. But the two different players vying for control of three areas is interesting, but in addition to that, there's other ways to gain points. Like the three different areas have a scoring thing that if you win it, you get points for doing this, but also you get bonus points for the cards you played there or for the things that you steal, which are other things, points, right? There are these different, there's like jewelry and artifacts and paintings and stuff that you can steal. And when you get sets of these, those are worth points.
There's also like the equipment card. Some of those offer either just points on them or like set collecting based on what cards you play points. So you could be like, oh, well, I'm going to put this card here, which means I really want to get this, like this sequence of colors here as well. So a pretty dynamic way to get points where it's not just like, we're going for this, and everything else is just kind of fluff on the side.
Right, it's almost like a point salad game in a way, in that you're going to play two different types of cards. You're going to play the thieves, and then you're going to play equipment on the thieves. But usually, the thieves will have abilities or scoring things on them. The equipment will have abilities or scoring things on them. The places themselves have scoring things on them. These artifact things that you can steal are points themselves. There is an extra bonus point card thing that you pick per game that comes out here, so there's a lot of different ways to get points, and that's probably the best thing about the game, except for maybe the cards that give you coins. You need coins to buy cards, so those are the only cards that you'll pull out that'll be like, this doesn't ramp up my point engine per se, but it's just necessary.
And I do like the coin functions, like the coin mechanics in this game, because you are limited to 10 coins in the game period, and if at any point I earn coins, and they aren't any in the supply, as long as I have less than my opponent, I get to steal them from him. So it definitely has that, like, we're both thieves, and, like, we're stabbing each other in the back while we're doing this. Like, I can't just take, if I have 7 coins and you have 3, I'm not going to take your 3 coins, and now you don't have any coins and you can't do anything. Ha! Mm-hmm. But it does give a nice, like, balancing mechanic, too. You can't just get all the coins and sit on them and they can't do anything.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a really interesting mechanic. There's a lot of stuff in this game to really, like you said, balance out, but to make it very tight between the two players. Like, we played, and I was honestly thinking, I think I'm going to lose, because Wes has this area which is worth a lot of points, and he has a bunch of points over here, and I ended up winning by 1 point. Every little thing mattered, and every decision mattered, and every card matters, and it's not a long game. It's not a complicated game. The rules are pretty straightforward, and there's a lot of variety, too, because like I said, all those different point things. I think the fact that this is Europe, I mean, I'm going to guess that one of the biggest differences between this and original Caper is that you have 4 different, like, card packs where you decide which cards you want to mix in to make it a little bit different, different flavors per game.
Well, the one thing I do remember from the original Caper, and it's not a comparison, but is that, like, there was a lot of, like, multi-use cards, where if you play it this way, it's this, but if you play it this way, it's this. If you play it over here, it does this different thing.
I don't remember that. You know what? It is literally right there.
Yeah, so like these. If you play it this way, it's this. If you play it this way, it's like this. I'm pretty sure. Moral of the story, though, is that Caper Europe is a really fantastic 1v1 game. It really has that, like, head-to-head, you're going at it. It's like, everything is tight, everything matters. Like the tug of war, because there's only like 4 slots you can go to each side, or 3 slots past middle to each side, it's never lost. Like in some games where it's tug of war, it's like, oh, well, he already has like the 3, like 1 more and he just wins it, so I'm not even going to bother with that one. I'm just going to go over here. Like, every decision matters. The whole game is tight up until the end. Like Tom said, your points stick really close. Really enjoyed it.
I agree. I think this is phenomenal. This is probably one of my favorite 2-player games. Like, this was like one of the best two-player only games I've played. Like, I also love Sorcerer, which has a very similar thing. I love Seven Wonders Duel. I love Netrunner. But the list of 2-player Summoner Wars, the list of 2-player only games is not that long. So the fact that this makes it on there means that I like it a lot. Tom, the list is very long. It means it's not competing with a lot. No, it means I don't like 2-player only games.
Yeah.
But this one is phenomenal.
Definitely a game that I think we're both going to want on our shelf.
Yep. So I think we're both going to sell Original Caper. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to play Original Caper again, probably, is what we're going to do. And see if we can remember more about it. I bet you it's very similar to this, and we just are, I don't know. Because I think we played it, I remember playing it like halfway through and be like, wait, we made a mistake. Then we had to start over. So I think that put like a bad taste in our mouths at that time or something. I don't know. It was like 2016.
We play a lot of games. It was a long time ago. You guys should get this one, which is why there will be a link in the description box down there where you can get it.
Also down there is going to be a link for this awesome game topper that we're filming on and that we played on, and there's different playmats on it and all that kind of stuff. It's hella dope. Check it out.
Either way, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll never be bored.
Bam!
Alright, so I'm just going to burn this for a coin.
And then and that's it, because
Yeah, that's to you.
we're not going to play the last card.
Correct. But I mean, keep the coins for later.
I totally thought this was the last round. We have one more round. What is happening?